To me, basically, what it means is there are no limits to what we can achieve unless we believe. All the breaks you need in life wait within your imagination. Imagination is the workshop of your mind.
Drops mic. No limitations. Nothing can stop me. Crushing limiting beliefs.
This is the No Limit Show with Elaine Jacob.
Crushing limiting beliefs.
So hey Thabang, thank you so much for joining me today and all our very many viewers and listeners all over the world. I really appreciate your time. I know you're busy, and so thank you so much for this chat. We're going to just dig a little bit deeper into your coaching, and I know that you're not prepared right now, and that's okay. So do you want to tell everybody who you are, what you do, where you're from, just so that they get to know you a little bit?
Sure. Thank you so much, Elaine. It's such an exciting moment for me to be able to connect with you and have this conversation. And yeah, I know you have audience around the world. And for me, this is a very humbling experience. So Thabang Mabunda, commonly known as Mr. Elevator. I'm from Soshanguve. And the name Mr. Elevator came about because, growing up, I knew that there was potential within me that I needed to be able to tap, but I didn't know what is it that I needed to do in order to unleash that potential. And that has set me off on a journey of personal discovery, understanding who I am and the potential that I have. Yeah, so I'm currently based in Pretoria, South Africa. And yeah, I'm married. I have one handsome boy called Bonahato. Yeah, so that is who I am, and I'm a leadership and performance coach with the Leadership Academy. I'm also working as a consultant with this squad. I'm their training facilitator for the entrepreneurs that they have around the country. So I've been going around the country doing entrepreneurial training with the different cohorts that they have. And yeah, it's been such an exciting period for me. And over and above that, I'm also a township-based entrepreneur, meaning that I do my own archer manufacturing and I'm selling it in the community that I'm based in.
Nice.
So
So obviously, like you say acha, and then people are like, "What is that?" So just to give everyone that is not like from South Africa who knows what it is. So a lot of my South African and like my non-South African friends, I've taught them this word. So many of them would already know the word ish. and so because they hear me say ish a lot, and then I'm like, so ish is a word that you can't really. It's like when things are not working, it's a ish. When things are going great, it's a ish. It's like ish is that word that we use here that is just like having many meanings, and we just use it. And it's so funny to think like lots of people. So Acha, what is that? Because you said that that's kind of your business right now. Just to let our people know, and then when they visit, they must get it.
Yeah, exactly what I was thinking to say. When they visit, they must come taste it because it's not just any other acha. It's tailor made by me. So acha it's a traditional food that we have here in South Africa, where we take a mango, spice it up, put some oil, put some dye there, and then from there it's like a salad, an unofficial salad for that matter. So yeah, so normally you can eat that with bread, you can eat it with pap, you can eat it wherever. It's like acha, it's that catalyst. It fits everything. There's no way. Whether you're having rice, whether you're having wherever, you can be able to put it in. So yeah, looking forward to people coming.
That is wonderful. I love it, and I think that you're right. It is a kind of a salad. It's also a relish. It's like an additive to a meal. So people could see it as either relish or salad or like a spicy. It's kind of spicing. So it's just it adds that it takes food to the next level, I think.
It does.
It does. So that's where you meant catalyst. I get it. So for Indian people like me, we call it pickles, right? So it's like so I told you this before, and just for the sake of just our very broad audience, My granny used to make it, and so she would cut these mangoes, green mangoes. So it had to be green, right? It's not ripe mangoes, it's green mangoes. She'd salt them and she'd put them on the roof of the house. And so then the sun would kind of like pull out all the water. And then she
Mm.
would do the same thing that you're saying. She'd spice it and do her magic and then keep it in this like oil, and then the mango
Mm.
gets really mushy and sour. It's sour, it's spicy, it's salty. It is quite
Yeah.
tasty. Yeah, it's quite tasty. So anyway, thank you for sharing. I think that I'm sure all of everyone's that's watching is drooling right now. They're like, I feel so hungry. I just feel like I gotta taste it. But when you come to South Africa, that's one thing you wanna get to do, just to taste, Asha. So thank you so much, Coach T, for that side note. It was our advert. It was an advert in our our show. But yeah, I think for me the coaching conversation is one that I'm most intrigued by. I think it has been one that has been the most beautiful for me because I've been working in the people development space for a long time, in human development actually, and I think my work started in the international development space, in international development, but being passionate about human development. And when it comes to human development, as you would know, a lot of the times people are trying to tell you, do this. I think you should do this, do this, do this, do this. And then it's like you get so confused onto which direction you need to go that coaching takes a totally different approach to that. Coaching is like no one's telling you what to do, and it's more like that inquiry process. So tell me how you started, what got you here, what got you into the space of coaching, what was that thing, and what do you love about it?
Yeah. I'll tell you this. In my wildest dream, I would have never thought that I would end up being a coach.
Mm,
But this is what happens when you're on a journey. The journey takes different turns according to the dreams that you have. And I think for me, that was what happened. Um, Coaching was looking for me. I was not looking for it. So it picked me, right? Meaning that as I was journeying along, I wanted to become a motivational speaker. And the reason why I wanted that, because that was the most popular thing growing up in my community I saw. But there was just this thing that I couldn't explain, to say, how do we go a little bit deeper than people feeling good, but being able to empower people with things that they know they will be able to do, and be able to have someone that can hold them accountable. And I think on June 16th, I was doing one of the events for one of my former directors, and she invited me to host this um, event, and that's where I met a group of people that I've never seen in my life, and they were also radiant, full of life. Yeah, and I was like, who are these people? And the director said to me, Thabang, I think these are the people that you need to be able to connect with, so that you can be able to take whatever that you are doing to the next level. And I was like, okay, let me see. And I'll tell you, when I started meeting the Leadership Academy, I, I I didn't know what was in it for me. But being open, being a learner that I am, I started being able to listen and hear what coaching is. And when I did the training, I saw it as something that could be able to take myself to the next level, but also being Mr. Elevator. This, I always knew I wanted to help people unleash their potential, but I didn't have the tools. So
mm,
that's what it. Coaching gave me the tools to be able to unearth that potential. So, and for me, that's how it all started. It was me finding the tools that I will be able to use in order for me to be able to help people achieve their potential. And I'll tell you, Elaine, I'll tell you this. I even today, when we are doing coaching, people want you to give them answers because they don't understand what a coach does.
mm,
And that is one of the things that I feel that the work needs to be done prior to people being able to get the value out of these sessions, because people are so used to being told what to do, like you were saying. But
mm,
coaching, it's an inquiry based conversation that you have with people, so that they figure themselves out. They figure what is it that is within them that is trying to come out, and I am there to help ask relevant questions that can be able to help that potential to be unleashed. And I think that is the most fulfilling thing, when the person themselves sees their potential and sees what they are capable of, instead of me being the one that tells them what is it that they need to do.
Yeah, beautiful. And I like that, right? Because this is where we flip the script on coaching, where most people that, we come across in our daily lives here in country, especially who are coaches, they're usually just people who call themselves coaches, and they're either like teachers or motivational speakers, and then they want to just call it and I think for me, the one of the reasons for going deeper is to say, I don't think many people get it, so let's maybe give them an inside look, a sneak peek into what happens here and what is the approach that we take. And what I really love is the words that you were saying. You said, your the dream that you set out, that's what you said. You said the dream that you set out for, your journey won't go in a, like, it's not like from an A to a B thing. It'll go in the way that will go to that dream. So your journey will take you as a person in a certain way to get to the dream. It's that fulfillment of the dream, which I love. And I don't think many people realize that, because we're so controlling. we
Yeah.
have all these
Right.
control issues, and we feel like it needs to happen in the way that we want it to happen. And when it's not happening in that way, we're not allowing the seeking, so what can I say, like that seek expression within us. We're not allowing
Yeah.
that seek expression to take its way, to say it's that way and it's that way and it's that way. And
Mm.
because we're not brave enough to follow this thing, which I want to come back to, intuition, and so I want to come back to that one. And so you said the journey will take you as a route. You said coaching takes you deeper than you would, like it takes you, like it makes you go deeper. It helps people hold people accountable, and it helps you level up, so it takes you to the next level. And
Yeah.
I think that those are such valid points, because so many times we hear the words unleash potential, and it's cliched, right? It's so cliched. It's like, yeah, I get it. It's like a Nike sticker kind of thing of, we see Nike sticker everywhere, just do it, just do it. But actually the doing is quite hard. The unleashing is quite hard. Like the actual work of it is hard. And so you came to another thing of asking relevant questions. This is where I'm tying that circle up to say, how do you feel that a relevant question? What role does intuition play in all of this?
Being an intuitive person, I think you know you there's a sense when you're interested in the person, right?
Mm.
Because I think that's the thing, to first be sold out that this person has this potential to be something great, but you are listening listening to cues that they are giving you about the future that they paint for themselves, not the one that you paint for them, but they paint for themselves, and you sort of imagine with them what that future looks like. So for me, I think intuition, it's very necessary, because there are certain things that I will not be able to articulate well,
Mm.
but if you are intuitive, you can be able to pick up beyond what the words are being said. And you see when the face of a person changes when they speak about certain things, and you are like, oh, okay, this is the sweet spot. Okay, so you help them, you probe more, tell me more. I'm seeing this. What does that mean? Because at the end of the day, people want to be seen, they want to be heard. So when you ask this question, people feel that you see them, people feel that you are hearing what they are saying. And sometimes to say it back to them in a way that they know that you are listening, and not that you are the expert, but they are helping you understand what they are saying. There's no assumption in this case. You don't assume, because when you come with assumption, it means that you have preconceived solutions for the person that you'll be having a conversation with, and that a total recipe for disaster, because every individual is different. You wouldn't know what would work for the person, but when you listen to the person, when you ask questions, open-ended questions, they speak more, and then you will be able to get better clarity. It's like what we say in the medical space, or what they say in the medical space, to say, in order for you to make proper prescriptions, you need to make proper diagnosis, right?
Mm,
So you are diagnosing by asking the relevant questions.
mm.
I don't
I
know if
like
I
it.
answered.
Yeah, yeah, you did absolutely, and I love it because that is really what it is. Peter Drucker said he built his whole life and his whole consultancy, and those days they called them consultants, on asking questions, like on just asking questions and just being an inquirer. And we know Peter Drucker's books, like in management and the world of organizations. It's such an important thing. But I love what you're saying because it actually helps you to hone in on the person. And you said it, you said everything you said was just music to my ears, because you said, I'm not the expert. They are the expert at their life. They know what they need to do, and I'm just listening. I'm looking for the cues. I'm looking at where their emotions are high and where they're low, and I'm just saying, tell me more. I'm kind of saying, wow, I saw you were excited in that. So that you can see is a joy for that person. And those things, I think, become so refreshing for the client. I think, that, when people have never experienced the power of coaching, it's so easy to kind of say, oh, no, I'm not really sure. Like, I don't know a coaching conversation that I wasn't transformed by. Every coaching conversation I've been in personally, I've been transformed only because the questions they ask me helped me to say, but hold on. There's a question that I love these days, which I live with. And you're going to laugh because it's a crazy one. And it's from the Mario Brothers, right? So it's the Mario Bros. And I put it on LinkedIn. And so I'm sure all of you have already seen it. But it's from the Mario Bros. Movie. And the guy, Luigi, the brother, he said, but is it really? That was his question. But is it really? And I start to ask myself this question, Thabang, so much more.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I'm not always sure that I am interpreting a situation
yeah.
or a
You're
behavior or an
right.
emotion well, so I just like, I tell myself a story, I'm telling myself a story, and then I say, but Elaine, is it really? Like, that story you're telling yourself, is it really the story that is the truth? Or is it the one that you're telling yourself that you just want to cop out? It's your cop out. And so I start to do that. And it's helped me because, especially with my work, it's around really challenging beliefs and biases and programming. And, when you work in the space of human capital, you
Yeah,
constantly digging deeper there. And there's so much programming and there's so many biases that don't serve us. And now I come to it, and it's something that I'm like, what is it really, Elaine? And it helps me to say, am I just living out of bias, or am I willing to see that I'm biased, and I'm gonna unlearn that, and I'm gonna say,
sure.
wait, there's more information here. So thank you for bringing that. And so the group of people that you work with, I heard you said entrepreneurs. You work with entrepreneurs, and but I guess it would be beyond just entrepreneurs. It would be entrepreneur ventures, because we've done quite a bit of work together. We've done a lot of
Sure.
leadership coaching work together as well within organizations. And when I think about entrepreneurship, it's really around resourcefulness. And I do believe the whole world needs that right now. It's like we're at the point of we've got to be able to be a lot more resourceful than we are. So maybe if you can tell me, like, what's the sweet spot working for Thabang? Like, if you say this is like my sweet spot coaching conversation, this is it.
I'll tell you this, right? Overcoming self-limiting beliefs,
Mm, I love it.
and I'll tell you why. Because you know what is the interesting thing here is because I'm having this conversation with you, and I think for those that don't know, when I came into the Leadership Academy, there were so many things coming from the township. You come with a whole lot of like limitations, exactly what you just said. And like, I wish you could see my heart going like, come on, man, because that resonates well with me. Because I remember the reason why this is a sweet spot for me is because it is the work that I myself had to do within myself. And I have seen um, coaching methodologies being used on me and helping me be able to overcome and really see beyond who I thought I was, to say, listen, man, there's more to you than what you are currently showing. But in order for you to realize the true potential that you have, we need to be able to check, is the story that you're telling yourself the right one, or is it the one that makes you feel good? What are you most excited about? Feeling good or making sure that you unleash your potential? So for me, I think those are some of the things, because in every person that I come across, and especially in the people who are just moving into workspaces, you you find someone in the work that we've done, Elaine. You find people, they were so consistent, and they were so like energized to do the work, and they now get a promotion, and they are expected to do certain roles, but in themselves there's this commotion that they don't deserve the thing that they're experiencing, and because they don't feel like they deserve whatever that they are occupying, what do? They self-sabotage. And for me, the that's why I get to do this, to help people look at what are some of the things that you have learned that you need to be able to unlearn, relearn. Because I realized, to say, in most cases, even when I get into a job, I don't get into a job. Um, how do I say this? I don't just get into that job, but I bring with me the previous job that I worked in. Why? Because I have done things for so long that they started to prime me to say this is what workspaces are. And you find that you are in a very totally different work environment, but you are still operating in the very same mindset that you are coming with from your previous job. And this goes beyond a work environment. It goes into relationships. Everything we show up based on the priming that we taught ourselves, the programming that we have given ourselves for such a long time. And we cannot even see things for what they are. We see them based on whatever we are coming with.
Beautiful. I love it. And I think that that is really what it's about, right? In our space, because most people will tell us, like, oh, I really want to do this in my life. And we all have these like amazing dreams. And it's not that the dream is unachievable. It's just we're not becoming the person worthy of that dream, worthy of actually saying, I'm the one who has that dream. And I know that you're a runner. And like
Yeah,
my Tony is a runner too. And there's certain milestones you have to go through in order to say, I got to this part. And it's that becoming journey. And I'm sure that it's hard work for a lot of people. And that's why it's easy to say, oh, no, it's okay. I don't need the dream. I mean, winning a medal in a race is an amazing thing. If it's just a medal, it isn't much, but it's who
yeah,
you became in the achievement of that medal that makes that medal worthy. And I think that
yeah,
people don't always realize that they are their biggest obstacle to overcome.
yeah, yeah. And when you say it's hard work, people think when we say hard work, it's like it's sweat and everything, right? And sometimes maybe we need to pause a little bit and explain that sometimes hard work, it's you being able to catch yourself when you are falling into a pattern that you are most familiar with, because it's all that you have always been, and you have built your self image around you being this person. While, to be honest, it's not true. It's just that you have learned these patterns for so long that you have now identified yourself as that person. So I think for me, when we are coaching, we try to go beyond the
Mm,
story and say, when did you really come to this conclusion that you are not capable of doing this? Once we can be able to ask those questions, people now start to open up, and they see sometimes is the trauma that they experienced when they were still growing up. Maybe there were things that they experienced that made them to feel as though that they were not capable, because we are growing up in an environment that does not foster a growth mindset. It's
mhm,
either you are good or you're not.
mm,
And what our coaching does, it says it's okay not to be good the first time you go do something, right? Because that's how we all start. But if you find that getting things the first time around is what you have identified yourself to be, then that means that you might be, you know letting a whole lot of potential pass by, because you are not able to try something, fail at it, go back, fail at it, go back. Because, Elaine, I don't want to talk too much, but how many times have I been in a room where I couldn't find my words to be able to share the value that I had with the people. Maybe because it were people of different color skin, and my upbringing said people who have a different color skin are more superior than I am. So all those things, they came in front of me. But the only way I was able to overcome that is to keep going and keep going and keep going, and eventually that self-limiting belief was now obsolete.
yeah.
Yeah, so for me, I think that is what we need to. Sometimes that's what a coach does. They help you to say, I know how you're feeling, you
Mm,
know um
mm.
and it's not an unfamiliar place, but if you keep on coming, you will really grow into the person that you are meant to become.
Oh, beautiful. I love that. I love that. And I think we need that, right? In those moments of failure, and this is what I learned, is like in moments of failure, I want to be surrounded by people who will kind of say, it's okay, get up, let's go back.
Yeah,
Who's like gonna encourage you to say, yeah, it's okay, it's a part of the journey. Let's just go back now. Continue learning. Don't just give up here, because most communities around us, like most environments around us, are not encouraging in that way. And for us, I think here we've all created this space where we're all doing different things and learning and failing at it, making hot messes, but we've gotten used to it. And because we
yeah,
start to become a little bit easier, we're learning in the process of,
sure.
you know,
Yes.
doing things. And I think that for me, that's probably one of the biggest lessons here, is the fact
Yeah.
that the world is changing so quickly. And if you're not
Mhm.
constantly evaluating your position and learning how to learn, it's
Sure.
going to be so easy to wake up one day and the world has totally changed and you are having skills that do not serve this new space and place in your life anymore. And I think for me, a coach helps you to just keep bringing you back to that, to say, wait, yeah, it's good. It's learning. Go for it.
For maybe someone who's listening to this, they might maybe think that it's all rosy and stuff. And I want to say that, to say, as much as a coach is caring enough for you, um I don't know how many times I've said this week. A coach is more in love with your potential than they are with your feelings.
Mm,
And I think for me, those are some of the conversations that, as a coach, you need to be able to be audacious enough to have candid conversations with people, because I don't think I would have grown to become the person that I am becoming right now had there been no candor
mm,
in my journey. And
mm,
that's why I keep on coming back to this environment, because I need to know that people will be able to hold me accountable, to say, no, 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 Thabang, the way you're showing up, it's not in alignment with the values that we uphold, the values that you said. You said you wanted to become this person. But now, when you are making this mistake, you want to shrink back. What is it going to be? Are you going to allow yourself to feel good, or are you still going to pursue? So I think care and candor,
Mm.
it's one of the things that we can also bring forward. It's the gift that we can give to people, because people are so they people sugarcoat things, but I need to know. I need to know that you'll call me out when you're seeing something that is not in alliance with the destiny that I've set. That's why
Mm.
it comes back to what we said. If this is my dream, if I'm the one that said I'm going there, then you can have a conversation with me to say, you said you wanted to go there.
Mhm.
Like, it's not what you told me as a coach, but it's the words that I used. So for me, I think those are some of the things that maybe I needed to highlight.
Oh my goodness, Thabang, this has been such a gift. Oh my word. And I know we can talk. The two of us, we can talk for hours. And I don't wanna waste, I know this is not wasting your time, but like taking more time. So how would people find you if I know that there's gonna be many listeners like, who is this Mr. Elevator? I need to have a conversation. Who is this Mr.
Yeah.
Thabang Mabunda? How would people get a hold of you if they need to just reach you, follow you, see what you're up to? Can you share with us the socials?
Oh, sure. On Facebook is Thabang Mr. Elevator Mabunda. Thabang Mr. Elevator Mabunda. Yes, and on LinkedIn is Thabang Mr. Elevator Mabunda. So yeah, that's
Okay,
where
good. So if
people
you
will be able
find
to find.
Thabang, look for Thabang, Mr. Elevator Mabunda, you're gonna find him on all socials. We
Yeah.
will also tag his Leadership Academy page, so we're gonna make it easy for all of you to find him. So the Leadership Academy page has a coach profile. You're gonna find it. You'll find the all his social handles there. And Thabang, are you busy with something that you can invite people to? Are there some things in the pipelines that's coming up that people can look out for?
Sure. Of recent, I've been doing this value proposition design with the entrepreneurs, and it's so interesting for me what people can be able to get out of that. So I've decided to share that. It's like I'm gonna charge people going forward, but for now, I just want to offer it as a you know
As a gift?
as a free thing, yeah, as a gift to say you can come and have this for free. So
Oh, awesome.
also, I'm also doing,
Thank you.
yeah,
Thank you so much. Thank you
yeah,
so much.
no,
Okay, let me just stop you and say thank you because we must be grateful. Thank you for the time that you're going to be giving to that. And so I guess on the Leadership Academy page, people can actually just click the button, reach you up, and you'll give them all the details with regards to that.
yeah, yeah, so they can be able to do that. Yeah,
Okay, cool. Awesome. Thank you.
thank you,
So yeah,
thank you.
so look, he did say it's a limited time only. I heard that. I heard it's a limited time only. So if you can actually be one of the first to quickly look Tabang up, get that, I think that would be such great tools for you as well as for your world and your entrepreneurial venture. And Tabang, once again, thank you again for your time. Thank you for sharing so generously your heart. Our hope and our dream for you is that you continue to fly as high as you can. And obviously, Tabang has coaching programs that he offers. Tabang is a speaker, so if you are having an event that you need some fire, Tabang's your guy. That's what I know. Like if you need someone to bring the fire, he's the one. So you could always reach out for that. So once again, lots of love, Mr. Elevator. I will see you in another Zoom room soon.
Thank you so much, Coach Ella. It's been such a great platform. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching.
Okay, cool. Alrighty. Bye, everyone.